Hi, welcome to wannabeMACqueen. This is a blog devoted to some makeup tips and tricks, mainly using MAC cosmetics. My name's Chelsea. I am the main blogger on the site, probably the only blogger, but I will have guest MAC makeup artists from the MAC store here in Topeka, Kansas, which is where I live. Today I just want to go over some of my favorite MAC products and kind of give you like an idea of why I use MAC and why I think it's such a great brand and the products are so wonderful. I started using MAC about 4 years ago when I had some really bad acne and I needed a foundation that would cover up all of the acne that I had and all the scars that I had that I couldn't seem to get coverage for with like just your in-store, drugstore type foundations like CoverGirl or Maybelline or Revlon or that type of thing. I tried a bunch of different things from concealers to foundations to powders, everything under the sun. I ended up spending so much money on trying different foundations that when I was introduced to MAC, and it is a higher priced makeup, but it was so worth it for me because it lasts so long that it was worth how much I was buying in the drugstore brands because I had to buy it so much more frequently. So I just want to go over some of my favorite products. Here I have my number one favorite product. This is called Fix Plus. It's this spray that has like all kinds of good stuff in it, basically, like vitamins and minerals. You can spray it on your makeup to help it stay, like you can spray it. It's really good for you. It smells really good. It's really healthy. I know that one of the girls that works at the MAC counter in Topeka keeps the bottle in her fridge, and after she works out or goes on runs, she just sprays it all over and helps her skin hydrate, especially in the summer if she's like running outside. It just gives you instant, moisture and gives your skin back the nutrients that it needs. It's also really good for using with like pigments and loose type powders. Like these are some of the crushed metal pigments that they had this for their holiday collection this year for 2011. I have some other pigments that have come from collections in the past, and this, they're loose, they're powder pigments, so they don't really stay on your eyes or your face very well just by themselves, and they can kind of fall loose pretty easily if they don't have something to like hold them in place. I used to just use water to put them on, but the Fix Plus works so much better, and it's good for your skin. And let's see what else. Brush cleanser. MAC sells their own brush cleanser. I have a lot of brushes from MAC and from Sephora. I do suggest also Sephora brushes because MAC only sells their sets of brushes during the holiday time of year. I'll show you one brush set that I got this year. These four were one set, and that was $49.50, and they came with a makeup bag. They had two other sets. I got one of the other ones, and that's these 5 here, and that was also $49.50. And they had one more set that's called their essential set. It has some like the basic brushes that you need, but I already had most of those. That includes like a foundation brush and some other basic ones. But I already had those, so I didn't need to get that set. Since they only sell them during holiday, I do suggest Sephora brushes. This is one of my Sephora brushes. I got a set from there for like $60 or something like that. But they carry it year round, and it came with 8 brushes. I thought it was 8, but here's 7. And I use brushes all the time. I use anywhere from 3, no, that's an understatement. I use anywhere from like 5 to 10 brushes every day when I do my makeup because I use them all for different purposes. For instance, this is what I use for my foundation. It's, as you can tell, not clean right now because some brushes I only clean like every 2 weeks. Whereas other brushes I clean daily, like my eyeliner brush for gel eyeliner, which is a MAC brush, and that's the 210 brush. So yeah, the brush cleanser is really great to clean the brushes, since the brushes are not cheap. It helps preserve the life of the brushes. It helps them last a lot longer. It makes, you know, your investment in your brushes a lot more worth it. It makes it seem a lot more worth it. Some of my other favorite products would be primer. I'm going to have a post basically working through doing, you know, everyday makeup, but I'm going to break it down to each step. So I'm going to have one post about foundation, one post about eye makeup, eyeliner, you know, from beginning to end. We're going to help you figure it all out. And every 3 weeks, I'm going to have a guest artist from the MAC counter show us a different look based on like what collections they have going right now. But primer is one of the keys to getting a good face look for your foundation. I mean, you can just wear foundation, but primer is going to help it all look more polished. It'll look all come together and just look really good. The primers from MAC are called Prep and Prime. This one is Fortified Skin Enhancer in Neutralize. I have some red in my face naturally, so what this helps do is kind of neutralize that red. It's kind of like a yellowish, has a yellow tint to it, so it kind of helps neutralize the red in my face. And then you put that on before you put your foundation on, obviously, and you let that sit for about 30 seconds to a minute before you put on your foundation. Let's see. This is the foundation that I use from MAC. It's called Studio Sculpt, and it has SPF 15 in it. Now, like I said, I'm going to have a post completely devoted to foundation. We're going to show you how you find your foundation at a MAC counter, how the makeup artist will walk you through, you know, the different questions and steps it takes to find the best foundation for you. They have anything from tinted moisturizers to light, medium, and full coverage. So no matter what you're looking for, you're going to find something at MAC that's going to fit what you want and what you need. I already showed some of my pigments already. That's another one of my favorite products. Every year for holiday, they come out with pigment sets. And for the past 3 years now, I have gotten one every year. This is my pigment set from last year, and I'm missing one. And usually they come with a glitter too, and the glitters are not something you're usually going to be able to get any other time of the year. So like those are usually limited. The colors that the pigments come in are usually limited. You're not going to be able to find those with their what they call permanent products, which are the ones that they carry all the time. Another one of my favorite MAC products that isn't technically a MAC product is Duo. It's eyelash adhesive. These are some MAC eyelashes that I use. I'm going to have a video specifically dedicated to showing you how to put on fake eyelashes because I've already had a request for that. And a lot of people don't really know how to do that. And it's really hard to do by yourself and it can be scary. So I'm going to go over how to do that. But this is the best eyelash adhesive I found. I bought this cheap stuff from drugstores. And it's just not as good. It smells horrible, but it works really well. And you can actually buy this at MAC. I've also found it at Target. I'm not sure if Walmart has it, but I know I have seen it at Target. Let's see. Ooh, one of my other favorites is an eye primer. Just as important for eyes as it is for your face. This is actually not even technically a primer. It's called a paint pot, which look like this at MAC. And this one's called Painterly. It's just a basic neutral color. And I just take it on my finger and I put it on my eye and let that sit for probably about a minute before I start putting my eyeshadow on. I also have another one called Bare Study. This one is pretty neutral also, but it has a shimmery tint to it. So you have a little sparkle as an undertone or a base to your look. Hot Naughty is the mascara from MAC that I use. It is my favorite mascara. It actually has 2 openings. The purple, as you can see here, if you open it like that, you're going to get more intense full lashes, as opposed to if you open just the pink end, it's going to pull more of that off and give you a more separated, longer type, you know, look, as opposed to like a chunky, dramatic look. So it can kind of go either way. Let's see. I guess I kind of went over eyeliner with the eyeliner brush, but this is the eyeliner that I use. It's called Fluid Line in Black Track. That's just the basic black one. I also use this kind of like a paint pot when I do it, you know, when I want a black base for my whatever eye look I'm doing, to make something darker or more dramatic. I like to use it a lot with the crushed pigments that I have, or crushed metals pigments that I have. It gives it a lot more intense look. It kind of jumps out. And when I use the black one in this part of the set, it acts as a really good base for that. Yeah, so that's some of my favorite products. I also really love MAC wipes, which I don't have any with me right now, but they're great. Unlike most of the wipes that you could buy to take off your makeup, they also have a cleanser in them. So instead of taking off all your makeup with the wipe and then having to wash your face, it does both at the same time. So yeah, those are some of my favorite products. Something else about MAC that I wanted to say, this is one of my favorite lip glosses. This is called Viva Glam 5. MAC has a foundation called Viva Glam that helps support AIDS, and all of their proceeds from their Viva Glam products that you buy all goes to help supporting AIDS. Also, there's the Back to MAC program where you take empty containers, like when I'm done with these eyelashes, I'll throw the eyelashes away, and I'll take this container or this bottle, this almost gone, or an empty eyeshadow, anything that's not, you know, like a sharpened pencil or something like that. Once you have 6 of them, for every 6 you take them in, and they recycle them. And so for every 6, they give you a free lipstick in a silver tube, which this is one. So I got this for free from the Back to MAC. Most of you might be thinking, hey, I don't use lipstick ever, but actually it creates a really good base for a lot of your glosses, and it helps, you know, give them a different look, or help, you know, the glosses that you get, you know, have more than one look, as acting like a base for that, or even kind of like a primer. So it's a really great, you know, thing they have going to help recycle, as well as, you know, giving you an incentive to help recycle. So those are a couple of things that MAC does that, as far as I know, nobody else does. So yeah. Email me or comment on any post. Let me know what you guys want to see, what you want to hear from me. I'll have new videos probably every week, is what I'm shooting for. So I can't wait to see you again. Thank you.